Welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino, hosted by Caffeine and Kilos.
Sponsored by Big Berry Blend.
Big Berry Blend. Hey, check it out. We're going to come out with it right away.
Oh.
Big Berry Blend.
Big Berry
That
Blend.
is the coffee of the month.
Coffee of the summer.
Coffee of the summer. But coffee of the month because it's only available this month.
It's true.
And so here's the deal. If you are not a coffee of the month subscriber, first of all, what are you doing? Right? You're wasting your time.
I guess you just don't like
What are you doing with your life?
options and you don't like good coffee.
There you go. So, if you sign up for Coffee of the Month, and we'll give you, you can get half off that first shipment. So, Big Berry Blend will come 50% off.
What's the code?
That's going to be code GSC.
50.
Sure. GSC 50. All right? Dante, can you write down GSC 50? Got it. So, GSC 50, and it will only be good for 3 days. 2 days. 2 days.
48 hours.
48 hours. This comes out on Tuesday. It'll be good Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it.
Okay.
So when this comes out, so if it is Tuesday the 18th or Wednesday the 19th, then you're good to go. GSC 50, and you get half off really any coffee subscription, but coffee of the month. There you go.
Yeah, cool.
CaffeineKills.com.
Works on all subs then.
Also, yeah, we'll make that go on all subs.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
So there you go. But I mean, honestly, I recommend you get coffee of the month because I love PR Blend and drink it almost every day, except for when the coffee of the month comes in. Nice to get something different.
Yeah.
And Big Berry Blend is so good, you don't want to miss that.
And you don't.
Ethiopian.
Fruity.
Fruity. Wonka.
Delicious. Refreshing.
Called Ethiopian. I think it's a Wonka, like Willy Wonka.
Ah. Yeah, Willy Wonka. Great movie.
Do you know that we talked about on here how coffee beans are hand-picked?
You know what? Also, we forgot to make the tea for the podcast
Oh,
today.
shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. the other day.
How they're hand-picked?
Yeah, everyone's handpicked, every bean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how much coffee's out there in the world.
I believe that Brazil.
Think about grapes too.
It's Brazil or Colombia.
For wine.
I don't remember, Brazil or Colombia, one of them. I think it's Brazil. Anyways, it's actually the largest producer of coffee, and they actually can use like big combines, like machinery.
Shake it
because
down.
it's more flat, but everywhere else it's grown in the hills. And here's something else, is that it's actually being grown higher and higher elevation all the time because coffee plants, at least Arabica coffee plants, are very temperament, right, to the weather. Mm-hmm. They don't like it when it's too hot. Mm-hmm. And so because of global rising temperatures, mm-hmm. they found that they have to plant them higher and higher up the mountainsides in order to get the cool temperatures where they really thrive. So, I mean, shit, even if you don't care about the environment for like maybe you don't care about your great-grandchildren or whatever that don't exist yet, just consider a world without coffee. And that might be where things are headed.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that whole global warming thing's pretty wild.
It's weird.
It's interesting because, and then you see other stuff though where.
And then you hear other studies that that
it's going the opposite direction where there's actually polar ice caps and polar ice growing in new places where it's never been before. It's kind of just moving.
And so that's very interesting. But then, what also is definitely true is that farmers are planting higher up the hills and the plants are thriving more because it's too hot lower. Yeah. So who knows? So that's why it's weird. It's like, well, that's definitely that's a real thing that people are doing.
Something's happening.
Now, is that something's happening? Or maybe it's unrelated, maybe it's something else. Anyway, so there's that. And that's why actually some coffee beans though are more hardy mm-hmm. and do grow even in warmer climates and actually yield more. So like Robusta coffee, all right, which is cheap Robustas are generally not very good if you get a bad Robusta. However, they do make good Robustas. If you get a good high-quality Robusta, it's still a good coffee. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they yield about twice as many coffee cherries per tree, and they're bulk and they're more stable.
Mm. Easier to maintain.
They grow in more regions. All that.
Makes sense.
So there's your coffee knowledge for today.
Also makes sense why it's more affordable because it's less maintenance.
Yeah, and so they're handpicked outside of just that one country. Everywhere else handpicked, and every single cherry individually, and then hand sorted as well. So like when you look at a bag of coffee beans, every single bean has been touched individually twice by a person.
That's crazy.
And so Normally, the cherry, the fruit, they just discard. Mm-hmm. It's just the chaff, getting rid of it. Mm-hmm. However,
sometimes it gets grinded up if you get grounds.
You get a little bit in there sometimes, you know. So if you look at your grounds, or if you grind your beans and you see a little bit of like.
If you don't know what the chaff is, it's almost, think of it like a peanut. That thin, crispy, edible coating over the actual nut itself. Sometimes that it's like usually like a reddish color.
Yeah, it's like a little
sometimes
skin, like a little skin on it, kind of like a dried.
That's
skin on
that'd be like the closest thing to like a chaff on like a berry.
From the coffee beans.
Cherry.
So the cherries, the actual meaty part. Well, apparently it's not very good to eat the fruit. Like, it just doesn't taste good. You could, but the skin is thick and it's kind of tough.
Are they bitter?
I don't know if they're. I don't think they're necessarily bitter. It's
tart.
Just. I'm not sure. I haven't.
We have to go pick one and try it.
I'll pick one, try it out. I was thinking about growing a coffee tree, but I think you just don't get like enough. Like, you'd have to get like a pound of coffee from like a whole year's.
That might still be fun though.
Still might be fun though. Like, you get it one, roast it yourself.
Right,
and it's like did the whole thing there. That I'm gonna do it. I've come full circle.
There you go,
for sure.
I just needed a little push.
I'm growing all kinds of other stuff in my house. Might as well. And so here's the thing though. Is in the local countries, sometimes they take those cherries, the meaty part, after the coffee beans are gone, and they make them into a tea, and it's called cascara. Cascara. Cascara tea.
Next podcast, we'll actually drink it and review it.
Yep, I purchased some cascara tea. Just because I've never had it, and so it is. I mean, I would coffee cherries.
I would say probably 1% of the population has had it, maybe less.
Oh, less in this country.
Yeah.
In the world population, I think it's probably still less. I bet probably like 20% of like Ecuadorians have had it, or that type of thing, because like where they grow, or like Brazil, Colombia, like countries where they grow coffee. The rest of the just bring that way down. Right, exactly. Well, it's because otherwise it's just waste. Otherwise, they just throw the cherries away. They just want the pit, right? And so some locals are like, well, actually, if we dry this out, it makes pretty good tea. I've heard that what I've read about it's pretty good, but they say if you steep it too long, it can get pretty bitter. But if you keep it to like a 5-minute steep, then you're golden.
Makes sense. So low steep time.
Low steep time. Next week we'll have more info.
This sounds way too practical. You're saving it, you're reusing it, it doesn't take long to steep.
I know.
Interesting.
Yeah, really interesting.
I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to try it. I love trying shit like that. Yeah.
You know what was not bitter? Your beverage this morning.
Oh my god.
Or my beverage this morning.
Yeah. So, Wednesdays we have our little meetings at the local coffee shop. Well, I wouldn't even call it a local coffee shop. The nearest chain coffee shop, which is like, what is it? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the name. I'm not trying to like talk crap on.
It's not the green one you're thinking of.
It's not the green juggernaut. So it's another one, and they offer a matcha. And
there's also not a windmill involved.
There's not a windmill involved, and we go in there every Wednesday, and we deal with the coffee that's not very good. But then again, this place is kind of known for fruitier, sugary drinks as far as coffee goes. So,
like, you want to get a blended white mocha, this is the place to go.
Or a Chunky Monkey. What was it called?
Chunky Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just a chocolatey caramel frap or something. This place is your go-to spot then.
That's delicious.
So then there's options. There was a matcha latte, iced, and then there was a blended matcha. That's all it said.
That's all it said.
So I ordered the, and I do fasting before noon. I go a 16-hour fast every day, and so I usually go 0 calorie with my drink, coffee or whatever. Black coffee's usually fine. So I was like, I'll get some tea this time instead, and I'll just do it blended because it's hot out. So it'll be like a little green, grassy slushy.
Let's get wild.
Yeah, I want to try it. So then I get it.
Well, so then I go to order.
And then you came in, and I was like, oh yeah, I got this matcha. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. Sounds good. Yeah.
Because we know the coffee.
Because the coffee's shit.
The coffee's shit.
Yeah.
The coffee's absolute shit.
Yeah.
And so,
or to the point that it kind of hurts my stomach.
It bothers. Well, and it just irritates me. I'm like, it's not that. Like, just buy better coffee. Yeah. Anyway, so the coffee shit. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get something different. What'd you get? The matcha. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And I look up and I see that it has a blended matcha or the iced matcha latte. I was like, well, I am currently on a ketogenic diet still, so I don't really want the milk from it. And the milk might be okay in the end, but I just don't have that much dairy anyway in my life, so I don't want to do the cow's dairy. And then also I figured probably as much as sugar. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. And so I say, I go to order. I say, hey, I didn't see though where it just says iced matcha. Mm-hmm. So do you do matcha only in the lattes, or could I just get matcha? And she looked at me and she said, I'm sorry, I'm just not really a matcha expert. I was like, okay.
I'm not a matcha expert.
Not a matcha expert. Okay, yeah, me either.
That's fine. I wasn't asking for you to be one, but
I didn't really have any detailed questions about matcha as a whole. I just have the question:
can I have it without milk?
Do you only make the matcha in a latte, or can I get just matcha?
Don't forget that mine didn't say latte on it anywhere. Mine was just blended matcha tea.
So she's like, yeah, no problem.
Matcha green tea. That's what it said.
Yeah, matcha green tea. She's like, yeah, no problem. And I see her looking at the board, and I see she's looking at where it says matcha iced latte. And then I see where it just says matcha green tea, and it's under the blended. And I point and say, oh yeah, over there, like where it says under the blended matcha green tea. And she's like, yeah, but you said just on ice, not blended, right? I said, yeah, you got it. And then we go and sit down, and then they approach with mint green colored beverages. Go ahead, Dean.
I think mint green's even a stretch. It's almost white green. Where if you've had matcha before, just straight up, it is forest green.
It was like,
not, minty, white, ice cream.
Yeah.
It looked like mint ice cream.
Like mint ice cream.
So we're like, okay, well, there's obviously milk in these. There's not supposed to be.
I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is the fucking latte.
And then, of course, we go.
But we'll try it.
We'll try it. And as soon as you take one sip, it's like, wow, this is way tastier than it should be.
Absolutely delicious.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then it's like thick, like the consistency was like, like a fatty.
No, like it tasted like ice cream.
And I was like, oh, this is the latte. And Dean's like, you think so? I said, this absolutely has milk in it.
Oh yeah, no, there was no doubt about that. We were worried about. I was more questioning like, now is this sweet from the milk sugar, or is there a shitload of sugar in here?
And I took another sip. I said, oh, this is fucking packed with sugar.
And then we look.
So Dean looks up at the board.
Then we look at the menu, and then I see medium, which size I got, 700 calories.
I think like 740.
740 calories.
For the medium.
Meanwhile, I'm supposed to have 0.
I know. And so how do you get to 740 calories? Like how many grams of sugar do you think are in that thing?
Oh, I mean, there has to be 70 grams. Probably at least. Probably 70 grams.
Maybe 100.
Because there's maybe 100 grams. But then we've come to find out when you go to approach the counter with your drink.
Yeah, so I walk up there and I go, hey,
like, this is not what I asked for.
Yeah, like I'm not doing it because I don't want to just throw it away. I'm not drinking it because that just jacked me up. So I go, hey, I'm sorry. I just wanted the matcha, not the matcha. Is this the matcha latte? And the lady who made it's like, yeah. You want me to get something else though? I'm like, yeah, just the matcha tea. No milk. She's like, okay. And I said, yeah, no like sugar, no sweetener. Oh, the matcha powder actually already has the sweetener in it.
So it's like built into their matcha. It's loaded with sugar.
And I was like, oh, do you have any teas that don't have a bunch of sugar in it? And they're like, yeah. It's plain green tea. Or the passion fruit.
What did the other girl say too?
And the other girl goes, oh yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I rang you up for the latte.
After all that,
I could have been more clear about anyway.
God.
And I was like, yeah, no problem, whatever. Anyway, so then they bring out just like a regular iced green tea.
And I threw mine out because I couldn't.
You drank about half of it. You got 300 calories.
I think I drank a third of it. I'd say I drank a third of it.
Well, those cups are bigger at the top than the bottom.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe closer, but like it was so good, but I had to throw it out because I knew I'd finish it.
Just under half.
Yeah.
Well, what happened is we were just sitting there trying to have conversations about anything else, and we would both just look at it and start cracking up laughing. Damn. I was dying laughing.
I couldn't believe they packed 700 calories into that thing.
Oh my god.
The medium's not like a big medium either. It's not like one of those mediums like you go to like Dutch Bros or something, and the medium's like a fucking XL.
No, it was like a 20 ouncer.
It was regular medium, and fuck, dude, like I just don't understand why that was so hard to get to like I don't get it.
One thing became
no one's ever bought the matcha there.
Well, what became very clear to me is nobody has ever just got the matcha green tea.
But it's so... I see people getting that all the time at the Big Green Monster.
Yeah, well...
People get the matcha all the time, just on ice. They take the powder, they fucking fill it with water, and they put the shit in it, and there you go.
Yeah. But I mean, makes me wonder if they also have
the sweetener
sugar built into theirs.
We'd have to research
because
that.
we get like Kristen walks in here with the matcha sometimes, like, oh no, just matcha, no sweetener in it, whatever, you know.
I wonder if they have it. We have to find out. No. If you work for Starbucks and you know the answer to that, is there a sweetener in your matcha powder?
Let us know.
Send
us an email at podcast@caffeineandkilos.com.
Yeah, let us know. But it was a whole fucking thing, and it was so frustrating. Because I didn't get their shitty coffee because of how bad it is, and I wanted to do something else.
And they wing-dinged you with 700 kcals.
And they ended up giving me one of their fucking diabetes highway fucking drinks.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, man. Like, no wonder. Like, honestly, like, it's fucked up because you think about it, and you think about kids that go there before school, and you think about adults that are, like, thinking they're just, like, getting their morning kick. And meanwhile, you're starting off your day with 800 calories of fucking sugar and shit, like right out the gates.
I don't drink soda.
That's almost half your daily intake of calories.
I don't drink soda anymore, so I just swing by, grab, and also, I want to try to be healthy. So I heard the matcha is good for you.
There's people that drink that drink and think that they're doing something beneficial for their bodies.
They think it's better for them than getting like a latte.
I might as well have gone down, drove my ass to Baskin Robbins for breakfast, and got a fucking.
The layered sundae.
1,000
calories of joy.
Why not? 120 more calories. At this point, I'm already at 740.
Dude, by the way,
780, whatever the hell it was.
Anybody listening, if you have not got the Baskin Robbins layered sundaes, you got to go get the Reese's layered sundae.
It's delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
But you know what you're getting into there.
It's 1,000 calories. You just buckle in.
Yeah, you just go for it. The Reese's one.
Oh, that's the Reese's one because it's got the peanut sauce on it. For starters, there's like probably 4 Reese's peanut butter cups in that thing crumbled up, and then there's the Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream.
We got to go to another.
Like 3 or 4 scoops of that bad boy, and then the peanut sauce, the chocolate sauce. I think it's about 1,060 calories,
and it's worth it.
And it is worth every. It's worth every.
But you're not getting bean boozled into that.
You're not getting wing dinged. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're at the ice cream store.
You're not being told that you're getting matcha green tea, but at the end of the day, you got a matcha blended frappuccino.
Yeah. Matcha ice cream latte.
Matcha ice cream latte.
Dude, out of control. You're right though. Like how many people just don't know? I don't want to drink soda anymore, and I heard I'm trying to cut back calories, whatever, and I'll get some green tea. That's good for you. I heard this matcha, a lot of health benefits, so I'll get the matcha latte. Mm-hmm. Walking out of there, 800 calories deep.
800 calories deep, and you're washing it down probably with like a scone or a fucking.
Oh no, you're getting one of those burnt bagels.
Like the lady. Like the lady next to us.
Sat down their 2 kids, and they hammered down those glazed donuts.
Oh my god. They weren't even regular glazed donuts either.
It was like 4-year-olds.
They were like huge donuts.
As someone...
And they were all drinking fruity... Like, it was like, man, these kids are starting off their day with 200 grams of sugar.
Yes.
And fucking 1,000 calories in junk food.
No, they were
that's what she was feeding her children for breakfast.
Hey, look, I got kids. I understand something. But, like, there's a certain... It makes me wonder, like... Is this like a regular thing? Like, is this their Wednesday thing? Or is this like...
I'm not here to judge, but it's like, it's just kind of wild.
I'm judging the shit out of it. No, yeah, but I know what you mean. Or maybe it's a regular thing.
When you step back and you look at what's going on.
Yeah.
It's easy to like get caught up in that routine. Like these kids got to eat. They're picky.
Right.
I just want to get them. I got to get them to school.
But you know
something in their stomach.
And you also step back and you look at it from a not judging that person, but just as a societal norm. Yeah. Like this is not an odd.
That's
thing.
more what I'm saying too. Anyway,
Exactly.
I don't give a shit about her.
I know you were. I was just joking. No, why would you give a shit about her?
No, yeah, don't.
Stranger.
Exactly.
she can get lost.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, and those kids.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, you're right though. I noticed that the giant glazed donut was the size of your head, your face.
It was huge.
It was like as big around
as
face.
She had to cut it for her daughter into pieces because it was so big.
And it's not because her daughter was like
it was full of like cream and shit. It wasn't even like...
It was actually... And then they both hammered that down, and then like one of the sugary beverages.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. Yeah. Matching dresses. Cute little dresses.
Yeah, they were...
Cute little girls, nice little
family. It was just like...
sitting there... Just jacking up their insulin.
Dude. And it's just... It all comes back down... The reason why we're mentioning it just kind of comes down to just like the misguided masses of like health and our part of our daily routines are just getting so commercialized with
Yeah.
just junk food. And like, man, like, no wonder there's so many health problems
Yeah.
in the current state of, like, you know, the globe.
Yeah.
More like the first world countries, I guess, right? Is that the right term,
Yeah.
technically?
Yeah. You could say commercialized.
Commercialized,
Westernized.
there you go, westernized worlds of just like, yeah, man, it's wild. It's wild.
Although I will say, there's still a long ways to go, but there is kind of a health trend.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
You
true.
know, trending towards. But that's in the younger generations. Like you look at, you know, people that are, say, you know, over the age of 45 or so. You know, I mean, they are still getting into it more, but it's definitely a much more of a younger. The younger generation is more in tune with, like, okay, fast food is bad for you. You shouldn't drink soda. I think that's kind of more. I think that message is getting out more to younger people.
And even look at like social media, right? Like sometimes like I can get a little overwhelmed and like kind of like tired of seeing like, oh great, another fitness page or another. But it's like at the end of the day, like they're just trying to do something positive, I guess. As long as they're not feeding people false information and false hope.
Well, you know what?
But it's just like at the end of the day, they could be doing something way worse.
And you know what? Hey,
Just because I get, you know, jaded and like irritated doesn't mean that.
Here's the thing too. Say they are giving people false hope. Say some of their pictures are photoshopped to make them look thinner than they are. One could argue like, well, or people do argue, like, well, that's not good because you're giving false expectations and setting the bar too high. Well, you know what? Maybe. But you know what else is true? Maybe somebody who needs to lose some weight sees that person and actually gets inspired by it.
Yeah,
maybe they see
regardless if
that
it's
and
fake
say,
or
you
not.
know what? Like, I need to get my shit together. Look at this. I want to look like that. I believe that I can if I clean up my diet and exercise more. So I'm gonna stop drinking soda. I'm gonna stop drinking my 800 calorie breakfast beverage.
Breakfast matcha.
You know, breakfast matcha latte.
Can I?
You know?
Next time I go in there and I order that willingly and knowing what it is, I'm gonna be like, yeah, just give me the matcha ice cream drink. That's what I'm gonna say. And they'll be like, oh, sorry, sir, we only have. Yeah, I know what you have. You have an ice cream drink, and I want it.
I'm here for the insulin shot. Load me up.
You're just gonna be walking in line.
I'm here for the blood
They
glucose.
shoot you up.
Blood glucose levels. Let's go. Yeah, so you know that's the thing is that it's kind of weird because then the other side of it is, you know, maybe some of the people they inspire really do start a fitness routine or get more into fitness or begin healthy eating, because a lot of times the advice they give isn't bad.
It's true.
They give legitimate, like, hey, here's a exercise and a booty builder exercise. Well, you know what? Whatever. Like, someone's doing sit-ups. They don't know. If you have no idea what to do, and someone says, hey, buy this band that goes around your knees, and here's a dozen exercises you can do, and someone starts doing those exercises, it's a hell of a lot better than them sitting on the couch not doing anything. Mm-hmm. You know? And it's like, hey, you know, here's my healthy meals, whatever. Like, here's my trifecta meals. Well, that's great, whatever. It's like, at least they're organic, and like you're getting a meal it's a hell of a lot better than McDonald's.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yep.
You know? And that's why I get weird with it. It's like, you know, I don't really want people like lying and setting up unrealistic expectations. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, what's the end goal of it? Like, if the goal is to get, if in the end people are living a healthier lifestyle and making positive choices, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
at the end of
know.
the day, what's
It's
the
weird.
harm? Yeah.
It's weird.
No, it is. It's just, yeah, no, for sure.
I don't want
It's
someone
a
like
give take.
I don't want someone like encouraging eating disorders. You know.
No. Which, yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing too, is like most of these fitness girls, that's not really how it goes. Like, they don't at all. Like, they look like they have some musculature. And guys, they have some musculature. They have some, you know, like, they looks like they exercise. Mm-hmm. And everyone knows, like, you don't get looking that way by not eating at all. You know. Mm-hmm. You know, now there's maybe some body issues, body dysmorphia, body issues, but
what's the stuff called you take when you get super shredded?
Like clenbuterol?
Clen, yeah.
Yeah, like the cow.
Lots of clen.
Lots of
clen going on Instagram.
Lots of clen going on.
Just did this 12-week program, no cardio. Look how shredded I got. Well, yeah, because you did a bunch of clen.
Right. No, you were doing cardio. Your heart was doing cardio. You were just sitting there.
Yeah.
You just burned all of your calories in your heart.
That's a lot of people don't know about the clen trick, as far as like these the bodybuilding and the
No.
In the Instagram photos and the cuts. Mm-hmm. How come my favorite influencer, guy or girl, can get that shredded in 12 days?
Drugs.
Clan.
That'd be because they're taking a drug that was formulated for animals to get some of the excess fat off of animals. You take that,
and you get real shredded.
Look, if that thing's taking fat off a cow, what do you think it's doing to Billy Broflex?
No.
Flex, you know what I mean?
No. Sketchy, but works.
Oh, yeah. That's sketch. Oh, man.
But yeah, so anyways.
There we go.
Yeah. That was our experience today.
Looking at that beverage, man. I was
Dude, it was so funny. We was like solid 5 minutes. We were just laughing because we like.
It's just so out of pocket.
It's also such a shit show going in there.
Oh yeah.
Like I've never been to a place with such a lack of just general coffee knowledge or just drink ordering knowledge.
Well, I mean,
it's almost kind of funny.
Well, yeah, we gotta stop going there. I don't think I want to support that place too much. Talking about it right now, but you think about it because it's classic. What's wrong? Who's working there?
No sucker.
3 17-year-olds who don't know dick about coffee. One girl. Do I have to get the matcha latte, or can I just get the matcha without the milk, just by itself, just the matcha? I'm sorry, I don't really know a lot about matcha. I'm not a matcha expert. I didn't ask you. I just want to. Okay, do you know whether or not you
pour the milk in my drink?
Yeah.
That's what I need to say here.
Like, that has nothing
What
to
did
do
you? What do you do when someone asks for coffee?
I'm not asking. Can I get a coffee, or do I have to get a cream in it?
Well, I'm not a coffee expert.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, it's no. We can't go there
anymore.
No, we can't. I think we're officially not going there anymore. But
we're gonna go to the local place talked about last time here.
Oh, that's right.
Well, let's just go there first.
Yeah. Yeah, the grams.
18 grams.
18 grams.
I was thinking 28 grams. Which Wiz Khalifa mixtape.
That's right. 28 grams.
28 grams. 18 grams though.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good places about it. It's funny, like being in. It's one of those locations where it's not in my routine, which I would probably go there.
No, it's easy. Often. We just gotta take one. It's one exit over.
Yeah, I just meant like it's like as far as like going there, like.
Oh yeah, you don't drive by it every day.
Yeah, and it's kind of in like it's in a strip mall. It's not in like a roadside. Like, it's kind of like tucked back.
I'm really excited about going there next week.
Yeah, it should be nice.
I can't.
I've heard good things about it. I've never had it, but.
You've gone?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me. Is that the only one, or are there more of those around?
That's the only one I know of.
I think it's the only one. I think they're independent.
Yeah.
They're probably excited to see us. I know they know about CK over there.
Why'd you go there?
I don't remember.
You just know you've been in there once?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me about it.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice little place.
It's right by that, right next door to a Crunch. They got a great location.
He probably thought it said 28 grams.
Yeah, no, that's really.
It's right next to Crunch. So they get all those the
finishers.
They're living that Cat and Kills lifestyle.
Yeah.
They're right there. Maybe get some shirts in there.
Maybe some coffee in there.
I think they sell their own coffee. I think they roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
18 grams. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
A free shout out.
By the time this comes out. Elk Grove.
I'm sure there's a lot of Elk Grove listeners on here that have been there. Let us know how you like it.
I'll tell you one listener to this show for sure is my mother, because last week we talked about how my daughter asked if she could shit in the back lawn.
Ah.
Because my mom taught her to pee in the grass.
Was your mom upset?
No, not upset. But I definitely got a text from my mom yesterday that said, "Hey, just for the record, I never told Maddie that it's okay. I don't let her poop in my backyard either." I said, "Yeah, Mom, I know." And she goes, "It's like
Grandma lets me do it."
Yeah, she's like, "Well, they're all," she goes, "Well, they're all dripping wet, and like I dry off to go inside, and it's just whatever."
You don't need to explain to me.
And I was like, "No, I get it. It's fine." Like that's exactly it. I was like, "No, I just thought it was hilarious. Like, isn't it funny that she thought?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, it's hilarious that she thought that would possibly be acceptable."
I feel comfortable saying 7 out of 10 parents that happens. That goes down.
Yeah.
I remember us growing up running around the pool at the neighbor's house. All the kids did it.
Everybody,
boys, girls, everybody did it. It was just,
absolutely.
They had a big. It was just there's little kids doing kid shit.
It was just so funny that she thought that poop would be okay.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right.
Maybe she was half kidding.
Well, when we said, I was like, "Maddie, no," and she was like, "Okay." Like, trying to dip her toe in.
Super funny.
Oh man. All right, well, here we go. This has been another episode of Gas Station Cappuccino. A reminder for you, go to caffeineandkilos.com and you get the coffee of the month or any other coffee on subscription. Use the code GSC50, that's GSC50, and you'll get half off your first shipment of coffee.
Nifty 50.
There we go, GSC50.
GSC 50.
All right, thank you.